Hello everyone, and welcome back to me making sure we're recording properly, and welcome back to Vampire The Masquerade Shadows of New York. Because it's a thing. Anyway, when I reach St. Patrick's Cathedral, I'm greeted by a voice that grates on me like teeth on tinfoil. Oh hey, Bennett, he lost his hat and decided to change his outfit. Very religious, anyway. Yeah, Bennett's the one that in the Coteries tried to make us go embrace the light, embrace feeling, searing pain by religious figures sometimes. Go hug the priest and feel the pain. Anyway. Well, the departure daughter returned. Oh my god, no. This is one thing I didn't want to happen. Julia, please, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Where's Father Leonard? Clouchy duties kept him from getting here on time. He sent me to apologize in his name and keep you company for a few months. That's the second thing he ought to apologize for. He just wants his flock to live in unity. I am more than willing to oblige him. Why won't you? Last time I'm not part of his flock. We have a purely professional arrangement. I know you see it that way. The Night Clan's tendency to stick close to the Catholic churches that greatest virtue. They still consider this relationship purely instrumental. That's why when you can relate you to bring the spiritual change to your clan, to make them understand God's precious gifts, the closer they get to the light, the greater those shadows would become. It's insufferable sermonizing. Yeah, here's the thing. Unlike player character in Coteries that, you get a choice whether you tolerate him or not, Julia just does not like him at all. Like player character, you could have ran away, you could have said no, but we went with his bullshit the entire way and almost got, suffering pain. Because that was a thing. Let's go. Here's a local nutjob and that's artist, a degenerate who had some sort of complete mental breakdown in the 90s to go to religion for solace and guidance. Clan Torador, the most artistic of the kindred. The Torador drew the ranks from the creative class, ranging from painters to digital content creators. The Clan of the Rose boasts many former famous actors, singers, writers, dancers, even lauded sex workers. The goal is, of course, only to fill the Torador clan with the best of the best, but its shallow fixation on youth and beauty has caused many hasty decisions. Probably more one-hit wonders on the roof than they care to admit. I was plenty of insufferable divas and influencers. Creator's one of them, but surprisingly he doesn't show many of the regular traits. Maybe other than keeping himself impeccably slick at all times. I mean, he is pretty slick. Not gonna lie. First proclaims his readiness to devote. First I thought everyone likes to study Nodism. After a few years, though, he changed his mind and joined the Catholic Church instead. Nodism, the religious beliefs and studies pertaining to the origins of kindred and the myth of Cain, the alleged OG vampire, the Pope Book of Nod and stuff. I mean, to be fair, he did give us a bit of info on, Cain and all that stuff. Sort of, in a way. Back when we were, coteries. Look what heritage niferates. Zero found a major target me. When I first met him, I was stupid enough to tell my root was raised Catholic and still identified as such somewhat. He immediately pictured me as some sort of force for change. He found the camera and set out to put me back on the righteous path. No one would stop preaching to me apparently until I become a nun. Remember the darkest place is directly underneath the candle. You turncoats have this unfortunate predisposition to find salvation right within your grasp and then lose your way in the shadows. Because once he starts, he just won't stop. Time to bring out the big guns. By the way, I was mean to ask, got any news about Sophie Langley? Painful grimace across his face, but doesn't linger. Kind of rude to change the subject, you know. But I'm just looking for a topic both sides of the conversation we care about. You know, like any guy in etiquette says you should. Salvation is a topic to anyone's heart. Close to anyone's heart, whether they admit or not. It's pretty bold you to assume I still care about Langley. You don't assume I'm certain you do. The second you retired from the public eye, you stop acting like Jesus Eric Kanye and start acting like Jesus is King Eric Kanye. Coincidence? Never had a Jesus Eric. Do people really call it that? So I was going to what? Tell me. Don't you know I'll tell you what they say, and keep in mind I didn't know she was just signed to her a few nights ago. Hell, I haven't even met her. It's better than me saying hell, but let's it go. Not sure if you would have prodded that wound long ago if you knew. But why do you care anyway? Better to let you drown about your torment past than to let you carry on with your good mission. Now he will stick. Special curiosity wants a journalist, always a journalist. Scratches his head then starts in a sad mockery of a chuckle. Finally, I'll do my best to make it short, just like you said, Sophie Langley every New York's kindred's beloved soldier was my sire. We first met sometime after World War II. Left France right before the Nazis. We were on the Mangana line. I strove to keep my siblings alive with my art. Watched my brother die during the flu epidemic of '43. I was close to losing my mind. That's when she showed up, said the sheer torment my works caught her eye. She became my patron, allowed my talents to flourish, and supported me financially. Eventually she embraced me. Broke into my artistic interest. Started to naturally deviate from what they used to be back when I was a poor mortal upstart, to the world the way her social circle does. And that she couldn't forgive instead of becoming a fun novelty. Became just an old part of the milieu surrounding her. She grew distant and stopped seeing me altogether. Had my show meltdowns because of this, I won't deny that. I allowed myself on many career opportunities, but it was an important lesson. Don't trust your elders, vampirism affects them psychologically as well. If they take an interest in you, they won't stop until they suck your soul dry and then discard you like a broken toy. I mean, he isn't wrong. So elders appear centuries upon life will net you this big 100 milestone. The elders aren't considered an elder after outlasting his or her fellow hundreds of vampires for roughly 200 years. By then they would have learned the road of the great metagame of Jihad. The fast-ending war rages between the ancient and dead. Elders are the chess masters, the rest of us are only the pieces, yada yada. Now here's the confusing part. Because there's the reference that an elder is, you know, a vampire that's lasted for at least 200 years, right? There's that. But then there's also B, the fact that an elder is usually of, you know, 5th or 6th generation. But here's the thing. How can you be both? Like, and children would be, you know, 7th through 8, basically, somewhere around there. And Silvers, I mean. Not and Silvers. But yeah. So if there was a 5th or 6th generation, right? But then they have to be at least 200 some years. What about like others that from the younger generation that can survive that long? Cause I mean, by that definition, wouldn't that be confused? Because like Katarina is only generation 8, right? But yeah, which means Christoph's generation 9. And they've been around for, poof, over 1,000 years practically. So, wouldn't that make them technically elders? Technically also around that Methuselah thing, just from time, but at the same time, not enough to be a Methuselah because generations, but yeah, it's confusing, isn't it? Like when I brought up the whole Kristoff being, you know, Generation 9, fighting against a Generation 4 or 5 Voodoo Lack. And winning. Generation 9 versus a Generation 4. Yeah, I mean... doesn't make sense on paper. Anyway. But he has a point. Yes, because the elders basically play this whole jihad thing. Which basically it's... I've summed this up to basically be like the Sith. Because, yeah, you could say the Camarilla are like basically like the Sith in a way. They have, you know, all the betrayal, backstabbing, manipulation, seduction, using people as pawns, all of that. It's very Sith. But yeah, it's not just the Camarilla. It's, you know, all the elders using their... basically the sires using their childs as pawns. Then pawns turning against their sires. Basically, it's one of those things where it's a self-destructive thing where the most threatening thing to the vampires is literally the vampires themselves. Like, you can say that, you know, Second Inquisition and all of that and hunting down the vampires and the whole having to keep the masquerades so the humans don't just murk them all. See, that's a thing. But then the vampires just, you know, self-destructively take themselves out in the process, too. It's like, when you Star Wars The Republic as a good reference, it's like basically the Empire, the Sith Empire, like their greatest threat would be, let's say the Republic, right? Let's compare the Republic to basically like the Second Inquisition or humanity in general. For the most part, yeah, we stay in a Cold War where we don't actually antagonize the Republic. But at the same time, the Sith are just basically constantly plotting against their own members. Like, oh, I'm going to go undermine... Darth Dingus here is going to go undermine Darth Dongus's plans against the Republic, so that way he takes all the credit, but yet at the same time helps the Republic by taking out a Sith Lord that's actually threatening them, so they have an advantage. But yet he'll also gain prestige by taking him out, while also technically helping the Republic in the process. It would be like, say, the vampires, like, what was it, Callahan in Coteries, using the Second Inquisition to take out some of the other vampires, while basically keeping himself, but putting himself basically into a more powerful position. Stuff like that. It's stupid. Just, yeah. One of those stupid things. Like, don't get me wrong. I still like the Sith more than the Republic, but Yeah, it's very... Oh, it's very stupid in the long run. Anyway. For the first time since I've known him, cigarette registered to me as something other than Bible-thumping nuisance. Is it compassion I feel? Do I feel him relatable? How dreadful. Possibly strategically trying to elicit sympathy. I heard about my dramatic exit from Lodestar. Maybe it's alluding to the way my sorrow left me here to fend for myself. So I God who will never lead you astray. This is why I find you out so frustrating, sure. You're so close to getting it, but you choose sin instead. There's the penitent circle I know. Almost had me fooled. Let's get back on track. What about language disappearance from the city? Perhaps the road to perdition. Where she ended up, I doubt she's too happy about. She had plans for the future of the city, but to make her ultimate artwork, she was always the vain one. And of course, you completely sure you have nothing to do with her disabouts. Please don't tell me you're getting at what I think you're getting at. Very soon you've been acting like you're trying to repent for something. Ever since you're vanishing at, and you've got a motive. Of course, I'm getting at what you think I'm getting at. Shakes its head. You have the devil in your heart, you're always testing me. Just ask what everyone's thinking. Well, they know. Listen. Primero, with a lot of the insults attached to my name in the city, those aren't exactly compatible with the image of a ruthless killer. Killer, huh? Now that's interesting. I haven't said anything about killing. He puts his hands over his forehead and collects himself before responding. Stop picking apart every word I say. In this completely unpleasant way. Just take me if you really want one, Miss Hercule Poirot. To really Sophie the way I knew her. To met her end, even if she's still walking this earth, she wouldn't come back here as the same prideful aristocrat. She had to undergo a spiritual rebirth. So much reminded her of her place before her friends talk of her in hushed voice, even in that servant play toy of her when missing. You know, our character. What camera of her she's done for. What happened to her, I don't know. I swear on Jesus and his sandals, I had nothing to do with it. Guess I'm still here and she's not, and no reason to gloat, but to be more humble. I received a sign from God. Tell me to re-examine all the unfortunate ways I still resemble Sophie Langley. That's how I reject the pride showed of her. I knew my powers to God recommended to preach and screen. This is why we're having this conversation in the first place. Right now when I think of Langley's influence on my life, I am grateful because she was a sign that got me here on earth, God wills it. Maybe one day you'll look at her the same way, Julia. Let her know whenever he circles back to this bridge, it's time to intervene. Alright, if it makes you feel any better. Thinking thrown away a wimp like you could have hurt her or was boring her to death with Bible quotes. Now then, quid pro quo, tit for tat. Saying people still talking about me, I was curious if, oh look who's finally here. It's time for time work to follow them rushes in our direction. Carrying forward documents on his arm, I assume it's the one I came here for. Brother Leonard. So we have a priest that isn't as holy as Father Anthony. Because, you know, Father Anthony was too spiritual that it caused severing pain to us. Yeah, you're just fine. Christ be praised, Julia. Yesterday we showed this is how priests greet the parishioners in Eastern Europe. Forever and ever, amen. After I think we said each other's lines. Never mind, another long night isn't taking a toll on you. No need to worry. These days I sleep a few hours a day. Short enough to take care of the rest, and there's always work to be done. I apologize for being late. At least I managed to get here before you and Bennett went for each other's throats. Good, I was getting worried. Oh, who do you take me for, Father? Take you for a total boaters. The powers effective at converting people to documented about pedophilia in the Catholic Church. You should kind of say it out loud. Ouch, here I have to deal with, Father, but don't worry, we'll make a saint of her yet. We're at saint for now, and I'd say for an adult in the room. And isn't that what you were for? Patient with that rope, but by now you kids should be moving out, not leaving crying marks on the walls and throwing food around anytime Daddy's not lurking. Let us focus on grown-up TV, shall we, Julian? Hill. He gives me a photo. There was Kevin with him, and I passed him the reports I wrote earlier tonight. My kinder's coming out at the Catholic Church is one of the somberest, greatest assets. How it might even be one of the main reasons the camera is slowly warming up to the clan. We were technologically empowered and such woefully unprepared to face the challenges of communicating in the 21st century. Hard to handle your advanced encryption when you can't even unlock a smartphone. I want to say one thing. It's not that hard. I mean, to be fair, it depends. You don't even need to really put a lock on a smartphone. Like, literally, all you have to do is just, turn it on, turn it off. It's not that hard. I don't see why you'd have to, why would you lock us? You don't need to do that. Sure, you could, to protect it and everything, but, you don't even need to do that. Just don't let your smartphone disappear anywhere. Just saying. There were the Vatican connections into the picture. We are pretty scattered all around the world, exchange or dispatching between each other, making sure they all reach their destinations in total secrecy. So not everyone in the Holy See is friendly to our kind, but the most shrewd and talented usual. You could say they're like a mortal camera, better than any intelligence agency. Remember what happened to John Paul, the first one he attempted to uncover the workings of the Institute for the Words of Religion, death after 33 days of papacy, rumors of CIA and Masonic involvement. Not that Father Leonard has anything to do with any of this. But Caprices are he'd probably have made me say it, believe it, a few years longer than I did had I known him as a teenager. There's a terrible kind helper towards his parishioners. Treats his spiritual help towards his skepticism and is not involved in any sort of political church games. Well, he's not beyond helping me contact my boss in Chicago every overnight or so. He knows about the community, he knows about the Second Inquisition, he opted to avoid the latter in order to keep the former from repression because, according to him, it's the right thing to do. The Second Inquisition, the philosophy of the war on terror, applied to us kindred somewhere along the way some deep state asshole society. But it had resistance of vampires to treat us as terrorists, yet the agents waging these operations against us often have no idea what the hell is going on because some inter-agency collaboration created to hunt us doesn't tell anyone anything unless it's needed to know. Among kindred, the term is most often abbreviated to SI. Yes, remember, they weren't really a thing to... yeah, they didn't really exist in bloodlines. Bloodlines was back when there was the Society of Leopold. And that's all there was, really, hunting vampires. It wasn't no Second Inquisition, it was just the Society of Leopold. The Camarero Gangers technically left the Camarero, but at the same time, Gangers were technically part of the Camarero. At least you were forced into that role. But, shrug. Anyway, it's the right thing to do. No, there's gotta be something wrong with him, some selfish motivation, maybe. Haven't nailed it down yet, but it doesn't feel like he's making an effort to hide, so I'm gonna give him a pass. By the way, I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of asking how your parents are doing. Thank you for it, but you shouldn't have. No problem, I appreciate singing. Stanislaus Koska is a good friend. So your parents started showing up every Sunday again. Front row, your power's looking better and better. So you feel nothing, but I still give him a token nod and a grateful smile. Thank you, Father. Now if you excuse me, the sunrise is almost here. Yes, be careful and God bless you. Amen. Goodbye, Julia. I'll let you off the hook this time, but next time you won't be so lucky, alright? Sure, just one more thing on my never-ending list of events I'm not looking forward to. Guess it's time to call it a night. And now into this. I'm home. Just by the way, what's the one rule? What's the one tradition? You can't keep mortal contents from your past life. That's bad. Like, literally. So one of the first things Quater did when we became a vampire in Coteries was like, hey, do you have anyone who's close to you? Because you fuck up, they're gone. By the way, also, go get rid of your past connection is causing trouble and trying to look for you. Go sever literally all connections with them. Or I'll be forced to do it myself. Because yeah, that was one of the key parts of Coteries was that. You can't keep any contact with your past life. Welcome to Shadows of New York. And hey, remember Dakota? We mentioned her back when before we got fired, technically. Well, no, after we got fired. Yeah, after we got fired. I'm fine, you doing alright? Yeah, fine, I guess. Why aren't you asleep? It's finally time for me to become more of a night owl. We talked about making our schedules think better. Yeah, watch vitamin D, how you'd kill to have your skin. We'd be ashamed to waste it. Shouldn't have smoked so much before you got bitten, sweetheart. Should have shared your skincare routine with me back when I was still breathing. Can't just be going around sharing my one secret weapon. It's top secret stuff. MKE Ultra level. Jeffrey Eppenstein's current werewolf level. I'd kill you if I told you. Okay, I love you too, hon. Now, what's with the attitude? If I just, beyond hiding secrets from each other, I guess I was wrong, but okay, but I really do. No, you're not really mad, are you? Nah, it's just my inner asshole teasing you, Yeah, well, I feel a lot more self-conscious than usual tonight. Don't you want me to do you make up before you go to sleep? Now here's the thing, I'm pretty sure vampires, when they go to sleep, they're just out. They don't have that whole tossing and turning thing. That whole, you know, they're just out. But, so I was like, wait a second, if you put makeup on, is that actually going to stay on us until we wake up? Just fine? It's not just going to get smelled or messed up? Anyway. No need. I mean, weren't you supposed to have some sort of big party tomorrow night? Throw in the backstage stuff. What makes you think I was invited? Because you're the coolest, cutest, and most all-around amazing person I know. I've been saying not to put you on the short list. Believe it or not, but most vampires are pretty insane. Interdimensional psychic vampire level, I'm saying? Because that's how crazy they have to be to annoy you like this. Yeah, I would say so. Now fuck them then. Big bunch of parched dicks. They hate you because they ain't you, but they'll see. Jesus, how do you do it? Do what? You always just tell me there's so much of this weird, stupid positivity that I can't react to it without completely shifting my mental attitude. How do you do it? Well, the answer is you. Remember how I told you we have the spiritual connection? I can sense what you feel and what you want. You can sense what I feel too if you really focus. I think I called it a big load of bullshit. It's like who talks to ghosts. Watch this, Agent Scully. I sent you fearing down. I realized what you really need to end this night. She punch one of drawers is the one which she keeps her supply of. Ketamine? Come on. What? No, wrong drawer. We're not mean demons, we're mean angels. MDMA? Ding ding ding, triggered half an hour ago. Perfect time thanks to our spiritual connection. Ready to fly away? The mood isn't right. I need music. Got a special SoundCloud playlist ready to go. Prepared specifically to uplift one Juror Zawinski. Give me a sign now, press play. Ah, Jesus, you're impossible. That's why you love me, I hope. I give up. Come here and let me have a taste of you. Maybe this one time the high won't end. And we have literally nothing to do but rest. Yeah. So that's the whole thing. We aren't supposed to have any connections to our past life. But, you know, we're just with Dakota. She's just basically our sort of, you know, blood doll girlfriend. Yeah, basically that. I'm not sure if she's technically a girl or not. I'm pretty sure she isn't. I'm pretty sure she's literally just a human that tends to our needs, basically. Which I'm pretty sure we probably had to work out some sort of deal with Crater and all that, but yeah. But yeah, just a human that attends to our needs. Anyway, I'll leave Dakota's apartment as soon as the sun goes down. Yes, sure, it's Vampire Thriller, no time to spend too much time with her. She never lets me escape from being the center of attention. It's exhausting. At least the last time I spent with her, the happier she is to see me again. Tricky at to bounce, though. Grateful for her presence in my life, but never mind. Anyway, a reminder though. I have to actually try to be careful about the endings. I sort of want to try to get the quote-unquote good ending, which I still prefer the quote-unquote bad ending, because the bad ending's more of a good ending in my opinion, but we'll try for the quote-unquote good ending. The problem is I forget how to actually do that, so yeah. I think there's a few choices I need to make, which I think I might need a fucking guide for. Because I think I might need a frickin'... yeah. Let's see. We have an ending guide. There's only a few choices that actually influence the frickin' ending. That's a thing. Yeah, there's literally 5 dialogue options in the game that make a choice that actually impacts the ending. Yeah, here's the thing. You get the good ending for being harsh or negative and lying. It's like, wait a second, what? How is that a good ending? Because the World of Darkness works that way. And literally you have to be basically an asshole and play the game. You know, the whole Vampire Jihad game of being a manipulative, betraying piece of shit to get anywhere. Cause that's just how it fucking goes. It's not like Bloodlines where you just, you know, you could just go off on your own and be your own badass. You know, being Generation 8, 9, and just telling LaCroix to shut the fuck up. You can't dominate me, even though you're a lower generation and should still be able to dominate me. I'm just going to choose not to be dominated this time. Just saying. But yeah. It's just slightly bullshit. Anyway, yeah, there's a good ending and the bad ending. The problem though is the bad ending, yeah. Is where you make all those good choices that, you know, by most definition would be good choices, but so anyway. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, and literally almost everyone likes the bad ending. Cause, yeah. As I mentioned, the devs of this game, back in Coterie, I mentioned this. It really feels like the writers were people who basically, like, what would it be? Were basically storyteller or basically a dungeon master for pen and paper Vampire the Masquerade for, I don't know, years? So they literally wrote this in a way that basically is very Vampire the Masquerade World of Darkness. Well, it's literally everyone's technically gonna be evil, and it's just varying shades of evil. Or gray, I should say. And despite the fact that you know, decide to try to go against things and do the good stuff, it's not considered good by them because the developers had to basically decide, well, we need at least two endings because the last time people didn't like the fact that we put, you know, one forced ending in. So we have to make it so the players feel like they have actually or actually making choices that influence it when it's only literally 5 dialogue choices and there's tons of dialogue before you get to those 5 dialogue choices. Sorry, I'm having a rant. But yeah, there's tons of dialogue, only 5 dialogue choices that really matter. All the other ones are just moot for, you know, more dialogue, I suppose. But yeah, it's like basically the devs did way too much Vampire the Masquerade and became like those assholes that were like, oh, well, this player is going to make good choices. Well, that's not right. You can't be making good choices in this setting. You can't be a good vampire. Well, you have to be a douchebag and betray everyone. That's the only way to succeed in the jihad. Yeah, but at the same time, you're literally putting this out for the majority of people who played this probably never really did Vampire the Masquerade pen and paper. Like, the majority of people who played this were probably like, oh, cool. I played, like, Bloodlines. And this is a Vampire the Masquerade Visional. Oh, cool, I'll check it out. Then, oh, I got the bad ending. It was pretty great. But it's the bad ending. You're not supposed to get the bad ending. But it's better than the good ending because it actually felt good. No, you have to do evil things. You have to be a shit. It's like, seriously. Anyway. I know, right? It's on my list of chores now, yes. Only one thing, don't show up for the party at the hour at home. On this around night where I don't have anything to do. Might as well take a trip around the city and see what's up. Well, where's my list? Maybe fix myself a little drink while I'm at. We have two decisions. Two decisions. We could go take a walk in the park. Life wasn't especially fine parts. Now as one of the kids, I could finally see the pill. Past midnight, they've become a surprisingly good hunting ground. Or we can... I need to break out this mood. Go somewhere I know if it isn't. See something I intend to avoid. Where's the least you place to go and live alone? Yeah, we're just gonna go take a walk in the park. Cause... fuck it. Can't remember what choice I made last time. Van Cordeland Park. Funny, I never knew how much I could miss nature until I got stuck in this urban jungle for good. Well, we could go through the Gangrel area. Prospect Park, something like that. Sorry for me, green surrounding solely floods my mind with. Destroying the images back from when I just moved to New York City and was still in awe of it. We could suppress the memories. Or we could reminisce. As I said, these choices don't influence the ending, so fuck it, we're reminiscing. No, you shouldn't reminisce. That's things about your past life. That's not how a vampire would be. Nah. Anyway, I closed my eyes, allowing myself to drown in the stream of memories. Every couple home though. Throw hands in the warmth of the morning sun and evening gathering of self-important academics. Frequently discussing discoveries no one but them cares about. Bunch of kids chasing imaginary treasure, joyful, restless, and oblivious to the dangers of the summer's heat wave. Young, perfectly chiseled jogger. Running along the golf course, 100% graceful in every move he makes. My eyes snap open, my spinning... And the spinning kaleidoscope of images fades away. I collect my focus to remember what brought me here. Burning heat reaches my fingers. At the bar where I immediately take another cigarette out of the pack before proceeding through the parade ground. Faint sound of shoes stepping. Against the concrete interrupts my contemplative mood just what I was hoping for. I hurriedly finish my smoke and take a step back, blending in with the shadows. Now remember, we could just use, shadow meld. And just poof into the shadows, sort of like, sort of very... what would it be? Very... obfuscate style? Homie jogger runs into and out of the pale lamplight, completely lost in his thoughts, all dressed up in top-shelf sportswear with wiry muscles, clearly fits under the skin-tight outfit, and his exposed neck. I got the urge back under control, but now back when I was alive, I had to rely on the breathe in, breathe out exercise. However, nowadays, breathing costs a premium. Yeah, you don't really breathe that much. Well, we have figured out how to breathe as a vampire. It's a thing. This is where I get my composure. The jogger stops by. The flickering lantern takes a glance at his smartphone, where his body tends to notice me as he answers the call. Moving on right now would of course be involved with the caller. Hearing this thought happen, no reason to make things complicated. I'll take my time. Constantly get closer and closer, and I can finally overhear his words. Sure about the bad news, I know, but Jesus, Dasher, he's 9. Joey's false to fair to sound calm. No, she doesn't know yet. I'll tell her when I get home. I need to think this through. But, Leonard has stuck into her pocket when the Brunch Times logo is slapped on it. Say there's no kill. I heard about something that's about mental treatments in Rochester, but I can't make this decision on my own. And as the dots realize what he's talking about and feel like I was punched straight in the guts. Listen, I need to clear my head. Tell John I need a couple of days off. Starts throwing fit again. Don't better learn to write the fucking column on his own. No, seriously. Thanks, Dasher. Yes, we'll give him a kiss from his auntie. Well, he can't have his composure goes the other way. He basically stumbles to the nearest bench. God damn it. Faint sounding. Still streaming my trance, I lose my appetite, fearing this guy would prove nauseating anyway. We should still just nom him. I mean, blood is blood. Just trying to convince myself that I should let Basic decently take the reins. He notices me creeping around. Quick, shadow melt. Why are we shadow melting? Gives me a store glance, eyes down, looking absolutely miserable, busted. So what do you say when took out you were just about to assault in a dark part, but I thought better of it. I'm lost in you. Hey, absent my voice where the tears off his sheets. By chance word for the Bronze Times? Short by January couldn't catch milk guard. Didn't expect to be recognized, definitely not by some random girl in the middle of the night. Yeah, how do you know? You're trying me as a baseball fan. There was a sports commerce. The fakest smile on my face. Time to lie out my ass. I got that right. I report too, I think I saw you once when I visited Jonah's office. You work with him, right? Yeah, you might say that. Senator Short seems pretty clear. You totally write most of his things as well. Bingo. You're that lazy film with no change. If he wasn't such an ass kiss, we'd be out of his comfy seat in no time. Jeez, like you read my mind. Anyway, don't let me stop you. Give it the good work, you deserve better. And you think so? I'm glad to hear it still, I don't mean to impose, but it's late and this place is not exactly. Hey, don't worry about me, someone's picking me up a few minutes away from you. See you around. Should've nommed him. Oh, for sure, Owen, thank you. No changes my car face. He stands up with his back straight, like he has regained some of his lost resolve. He nods and starts running back to his prompts. See, this still feels like it was a good thing. It's like... It feels like I made a good decision. But I'm not supposed to make good decisions. I'm supposed to make bad decisions to get the good ending. I know, right? It hurts my mind even processing it. Like I'm supposed to play this, like, you know, like a World of Darkness thing where we're basically a douchebag. Supposed to play it like that so I get the good ending, quote unquote good. But yeah. But no, I'm just making... Now the game's just making choices that make me feel like I'm making, you know, good decisions instead of bad decisions. Anyway. I might regret the show of abstinence later. Well, there remains my humanity inside my sure heart encourages me to think that letting this guy go was the right thing to do. Or did we get +1 to humanity? Yeah, I need to change the scenery. To break out of this mood and opportunity to actually get some juice into my veins as relatively guilt-free as possible. This is enough human interaction for one night. Let's watch a Big Beef Burger to the last fast food joint, however, no. I have the usual. The first time I used this line, I wasn't sure. It would work, but I've gained enough notoriety among the staff that does. The cashiers are small, snotty, and charge me for one black coffee. Imagine that I'm instructing the newbies. See that emo weirdo? Here's how it is. She always orders a single cup of coffee, nothing else, and she doesn't ever even drink it. But I won't take a single sip even when I'm still alive. This stuff is just trash, but at least being a buying culture gives me an excuse to stay here for as long as I want to. I mean, yeah. You bought something, therefore you're technically a customer, therefore you can linger there as long as you want, so long as your bought item exists. Wish I could use one of those self-forward keys to minimize human contact, but touchscreens don't exactly like me. Not too long ago I managed to blue screen 10 of them in a row. Great, we can't use touchscreens. Well, that was an issue too. Now the good news is it doesn't look like I have anything to do tonight. Bad news is it's because every kindred is having fun at the art hole right now. Here's the thing. I think this here's supposed to be a booth, but it looks like there's just a freaking couch in this big burger place. It's like, why is there a couch and like a small coffee table? Just saying. Not that I want to go, I just wanted them to invite me so I could tell them to fuck off. Found the interest wrestled through my peripheral vision. My for hoping someone coming and save me from misery? Yes, I am. Please, 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 let somebody come and get me out of here. A prince, a princess, an enjoying armor fairy godmother, passing huntsman, Bit Bad Wolf, Mila Jovovich, Vin Diesel, and Zelia Banks. I would take anyone at this point. This would tap into my other power, my subconscious materialize my dreams. Nope, doesn't work. Looks like your entire stuff being no point in the corner of a restaurant. Sweet little Julia. Well, life's a bitch, and then you don't even die. You didn't read a book about psychoanalysis. I stayed open to Dakota for a while. Having found too mentally taxing, I switched to pretending to read the Stephen King book, which I also stole from Dakota. After Stephen realizing even though it was read in the last 15 years and therefore contains no amusing dread or rants about troubled childhood in Maine, I switched back to looking at the entrance. That part must be so stuffy and trashy and boring. The point I'm no longer looking for salvation, I'm asking for amusement. Here they come, all I get is boring boaters in normcore clothes. They walk in, take care of the business without doing anything to amuse me and walk out. Minutes after I lose all hope, a tall, elegant man marches in for spring and step. Yeah, what about my people watching thing? Got impatient, irritated. He notices the person who's looking for him and reacts for physical relief. He gallantly approaches my table, looks at me and says, "Oh, shit, it's you." Ah, there you are. Now that's curious, he shouldn't be here. The fuck are you doing here? Come forever and Bip Bap Orpus Hill. He will huff and he will puff and he will blow our house in. Why are you stalking me, Wolf? I'll have you know I'm not falling for the grandma disguise ever again. Dumb attempt at self-amusement doesn't faze him at all. Doesn't even roll his eyes, just stares at me blankly. Yeah, grab your stuff again in my car now. Tell leaves me no room for doubt something bad has happened. That's what, whoever it... For whenever he's in his, I will simply ignore all the dumb shit you say, mode. I know better than to ask questions. See, I suddenly follow him to that, so he guides me to his car. Just so I haven't messed anything up again. I don't think I have, but have I? His car is usually... He always gets in the back seat. He's always uneasy when the passenger seat is taken. Doesn't really want to limit his preferred vision, he says. I'm trying to catch him observing me in the rearview mirror, but this time he's watching the streets, more tense than usual. Something must have caught him off guard. My seatbelt on, my popcorn ready. What's up? Awkward silence feels like it will last forever. Eventually finds the right words and speaks up. 6 weeks ago, the prince told me to parlay with the Anarchs in the docks, remember? Ah yes, the Anarchs, the loosely organized set of political adversaries approaching the modern Cameroon-dominated paradigm. They seek to end the tyranny of the elders, but from what I've seen in New York City, they just replace one hierarchy with another more loosely defined. With anarchy. Yeah, you made me tag along so they could learn something about politics. As it turned out, politics meant something awfully similar to watching my drunken family shower each other at a wedding party. There was a man who didn't need to shout to make my blood boil. Me each one in the room, that lady, white hair, monocle, musty clothes. Ah, yes, Boss Callahan, the racist fuck. Remember him? Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, how could I forget? A lot of panage, old-timey bravado, and gendered insults flung my way. What was the name? Something British, made me think of Hollywood. Callahan? Baron Callahan. Douglas. Boss Callahan. Right, train. But the man's appearance on the earth were stuck in 90 train. Wasn't that not supposed to be the progressive option? I never understood why they proper him. Yes, just ways for judging which way the wind will blow. Anytime camera or the SI hit the anodes, there was the fetch and symposium that were heard. The luckiest bastard in the world. Though you didn't believe in luck. I don't, but it sure looks like his luck is finally run out tonight. Huh. Wait, don't tell me. He's dead? Deader than dead? 99% sure the bastard met his final death. But how do you know? What trustworthy research in the Anarchan circle? Looks like all hell was about to break loose. There was an emergency meeting at the art home. Jesus, and you'll bring me with you? Why? Because you were in the way. Because I could. Because I should. Might not be important to the members of the court. But you're still an answer to the set. Simple argue at least I can justify sneaking you into the party claimants for your own protection. Protection from what? An unexpected alliance between Big Bad Wolf and poor little Red Riding Hood. But myself, the party is still happening? God the Prince showed the best course of action, stopping and starting listing security protocols that prepare for these sort of situations. She interrupted me halfway through and told me we would discuss the subject face to face. And I was telling her she was interested. Part is that important, huh? Politics. Politics is that important. I don't know if he's trying to convince me or himself. Once again, politics sounded awful loud. Like a bunch of party-loving assholes shouting at each other. Don't worry, this isn't the kind of, how should I call it, governing issue the like of you and I tend to deal with. And how would you describe the governing issues we tend to deal with? Shoving ourselves out of shit. It usually seems a little embarrassed for cussing. Or being too honest, either way it's cute. No argument here. That's where the conversation ends. We stay silent as the car rides off toward the unknown. I'm not a New York City Baron. The Baron of New York City, if you please. It's one memory of an old douchebag who thought he could roll the world across in my mind. Looks like the world has left him behind. There you know, asshole. And here I am at the only place I didn't expect to visit tonight. The art hole. By sounds. The inside seems lively. Even though we know it's an emergency, they simply don't give a shit. What are you standing around for? You still need an invitation? No idea. Do I? I think the bouncer will let you in. There's a bouncer? Yes, and he's standing right in front of you. Just start walking, whelp. And here I am among partying elites. It's as stuffy and boring as I expected, but hey, at least it's exclusive. How Panahard came up with these yearly gatherings is called Celebrations of Power. An invitation to re-examine the relationship between dead bodies and the spaces they inhabit. A week-long event is packaged as a sort of performance art piece. And to make the kindred who are involved celebrate their potential instead of despairing their monster's nature. We need to counter program the omnipresent images of tragic vampirism with images that remind us we have inherited the earth, and now we're free to remake in our image, is the way our friends puts it. Yes, and she organizes a series of exhibits. Concerts, fireworks, parties, business meetings, etc., etc. Of course, the parties, business meetings are the most important. My prince. Oh, that's an outfit. Crater, finally. Samuel Panchak Williams, a holy patron of New York City. Oh god. There you go, look around, half the figures who are dressed like they were attending a masked ball. They will have for religious figures either demonic or saintly. To admit I don't fully understand the theme here. I know Panchak based it on psychomagic, a sort of shamanic psychotherapy using the power of arts. Ew. Simply put, it's a holy mask and unholy mask, and equal measures. The set rituals made to make that the participants wholeheartedly accept that both the worst and the best the Earth has to offer. Great. Also, by the way, a Baron. A powerful anarch, basically a warlord. Barons are often upjumped, Looks you a strong arm the way to control over a building or even a city block, and you would see a patient Douglas Callahan's case, or it seems sufficiently like a form of judicial governance to me. Prince Mask, at the very least, you're standing out. Yep. Oh god. Well, that's a thing. Anyway, I heard there's that basis for these parties. Is the black mask in the film eyes wide shut? Some think this decision means Fandor is toned up, but it's quite the contrary. She knows Anna to constantly her ways to undermine her through art and rhetoric that point out clever contradictions to a theoretically benevolent rule. So denying suppressing Anna instead is designed to criticize the elite. She embraces them instead of risking a Streisand effect. She effectively defangs the opposition. Resistance becomes a part of the system, and both anodes and the camera get the same message. Don't think of it as pathology, think of it as the new normal. But the key advisors. They've already been told to come here. I don't think there's a need for us to hold the meeting in a particularly secluded place. Just do it over there. Are you certain? Wait, is that Miss Orange behind you? Good evening. Glad to her on my way here because of her role as a La Sombra representative. Just say political hostage. Beaver made it perfectly clear what's going to happen to my parents back in Chicago if I go against you. Earlier she might become a target and decide to hide her at the art hole. Putting all my eggs in one basket will make my job easier. I will look for a safe place for her to spend the night. I'll let her stay with you for now, Awasami. Time is of the essence. Didn't know him sneak up on us. Nice gap. You absolutely sure? But of course, everything we say. It was going to become an open secret in a matter of minutes. Prince Vadhorn has already come up with the appropriate messaging. The corner of my eyes for an elderly vampire. Guiding a young fashionable human girl to the basement, led like a lamb to the slaughter. That's not the thing you need about what's going underneath this place. Where everyone gets there, I'd like to secure the perimeter. Easy now, Awasami. All the appropriate security protocols for you are already active. Me and the Prince have already pulled some strings as well. The situation is mostly under control. Mostly under control? Never let anyone sleep on it any easier. Awasami, I know you're... I know that is the Prince's sword, you're aching for blood, but you have to accept that. Like most weapons known to men, you're most effective hidden in the sheath. Listen here now. Looks like a fascinating philosophical discussion in the making, but sadly I'm forced to interrupt. Prince Panhard? All of a sudden, some appears between the two men. Her calm and collected voice completely changed the atmosphere, especially for herself, professed protector of the peace. Sparrow, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Of course, I feel out of place. She nods and smiles at me. Probably to say no, she takes solace in not being the only person in the room who feels like a fish out of water. And now seeing as this meeting is meant for those of greater stature than mine. Nonsense, we have a delicate matter to discuss one that might require severe judgment down the road. You understand why I wish for a child of her kind to be involved. Of course, what is with that expression on your face, Crater? Credley collects himself. Look who's joining us. Irish and the Chant of the Five Boroughs. Lady Ising Sturbridge walked up to her group in an outfit I would have never imagined her in, pretending everything is par for the course. Oh god, those horns. Oh, that's great. Prince Panhard, the shower of the Harpy, the Banu Harker Imperium again. We still like waiting for someone. It's almost here. Trying even more brightly than usual, I think. I draw you out for some more, which the prince allowed the same amount of effort from me. I, for one, am glad she didn't. I particularly love those horns. Thank you for reminding me. I put them on the prince's behest, but I believe she's had more than enough fun. No, not yet. Well, this will do for now, but you're not off the hook yet. Hey, I'm surprised to see you like this. Praetor and the prince's voice is strained. Whenever they attempt here, one of the minds are the outswell, and it's not a happy place. Arturo, on the other hand, seems calm. He's always calm, though. We all separate power in different ways, I suppose. Now, what is this about? But the horns. Just a moment over here, Addison. House influence photos and approaches first towards us in a wheelchair by his servant. Helene, everyone, I certainly hope this is something important. Oh, I need a commanding tone. When the commander understands Pan can't command normally, his servant relays his words to us instead, and he's polished and snobby enough to make me believe him listen to his master's voice. So basically, it's a frickin' deadly premonition, right? Is he gonna make us eat a cinder sandwich? Potentially. Mr. Francis York Morgan. Do you understand what we are talking about? Oh, I have to make it rhyme too, don't I? Ugh. Carter won't be joining us. And fair warning, who might not make it tonight. I've matched some of the details. I'll have to find time to meet him later. Then, finding time searching for a lost time, I swear, was all I do nowadays, and there's never enough. Yes, now you understand why I insisted that this event must last all week. So many esteemed guests, many of them are from our town. Each of them at least a few hours. Given the wheelchair waved his hand impatiently. Yes, let's just cut to the chase now, shall we? Might be the wisest course of action, my prince. Arturo. My prince. Everyone, let me begin by stressing these important points. The situation is largely under control, and the negotiations are underway, and the situation is more tense and dangerous. We are safe. Let me repeat, we are safe. However, with that out of the way, here's the big news. Baron Callahan, de facto leader of the Anarchs in New York City, met his final death in his office tonight. How did you find out? We have a good friend near his office. Their intel is as accurate as it gets. We also established a negotiation chain with the Anarchs. They gave us all the confirmation we needed. Car involved in his destruction? Look how disbelief. So does everyone else. Not that the same thought has to pass through my head, but she simply exclaimed it like that. I was filming the virtue signal and I thought we were being transparent here. I don't give a damn if we took care of Callahan or not. I just want to have a clear idea of what I'm dealing with. Yes, a clear answer. I need that too. To my knowledge, none of us present here ordered his destruction, nor did we participate unless someone wants to confess. It's now or never. Of course, nobody speaks up or Arturo pretends to clear his throat. My guess is this fucking Arturo. We just decided. But Arturo's the one who basically came in and stopped the whole uprising thing in the first place back in Coteries. To keep Panhard and Callahan's secret, you know, love affair, blood bond shit going on, and keep the natural order between the Anarchs and the Camarilla just not upset. So it doesn't make sense they would turn now and, you know, interrupt that and get rid of Callahan. But he could have, you know, sent the neonate to go take care of him. because I'm sure he would have been able to succeed then. Well, it's debatable. Anyway, Arturo plainly intends to clear his throat. Ahem. And that's our official position as well. The camera was ruined by had nothing to do with it, and for all intents and purposes, his anal containers had more interest in removing him than we did. That's our official position anyway. We still could have technically taken him out, just unofficially. And it's sure to manifest in one way or now. His former image will prop him up to march with the cause. Yes, which is why we sadly can't just leave the anal to their own devices. As much as we'd like to avoid recognizing upset in any way, we've offered to assist them in an official investigation. As in pain, his wrinkled face contorts slightly. Let me just ask you one question. You do realize those Kurds have no respect for traditions, yes? Ah, yes, the traditions. The six traditions form the basis of modern kindred law. The first tradition is masquerade. Thou shalt not reveal thy true nature. Don't let anybody figure out you're a vampire. Consider the most important of the bunch, but it's loosely interpreted very often. The second tradition is domain. Thou domain is thy own concern. All lovers owe thee respect, women. Too much of know by Joan in domain, so this one doesn't apply to me. Well, yeah, I guess so. The third tradition is, well, couldn't you technically consider our domain to be the big burger thing? The third tradition is progeny. Thou shalt only sire an over with the permission of thine elder. Basically birth control but for vampires. No new blood cycles unless somebody uses the prince agrees to it. The fourth tradition is accounting. Those thou create are thine own children. Their sins are thine to endure. If I fuck up real bad, children should face some consequences. In theory, the fifth tradition is hospitality. Only one in over domain. For a word of acceptance and thou art nothing. In New York City, this is usually understood as don't harm somebody else's turf. We say that happens to over 8 million mortals. Enforcement on this one is pretty lax. Sixth tradition concerns destruction. Thou art forbidden to destroy another of thy kind. The right of destruction belongs only to thine elder. You don't get to go kill vampires until the prince gives you the go-ahead. As your creator has the split go-ahead. Yeah, because basically the traditions say you don't just go murder vampires. Bloodlines didn't give a shit. Bloodlines was just, oh hey, it's just a bot, go deal with them. Oh hey, some other random vampires, go deal with them. Oh hey, it's a ninth circle. Well, we'll go deal with the ninth circle. Yeah, as a veteran politician, you should be deeply familiar with the words controlled opposition. As for now, it's impossible to fully contain the Anarch threat in New York. For now, our only option is to prop up a candidate who will offer the least resistance to our future plans for the city. We extend our we send our hand to the most promising contender. We're giving him a way to present himself as a diplomat, a man of reasonable compromise. The rabble opposed to line the pillars grow angry and alienated. Or we contact the best possible person that was said, who will oversee the investigation, and it's the best interest to show he's able to resolve the situation calmly. Is that good enough? Ponders the question for a while, then he waves his hand again. It is. Proceed. Funny thing, nobody's paying any attention to me right now. Keep in mind, Mr. Payne, our man's people were still barely tolerating us, and the situation is volatile. Though factions within that sorry excuse for a set might still try to escalate the conflict. I'll do my best to solve the situation as fast as possible. How so? First moment we're taken back by Arturo's question. I volunteered to coordinate the case with the Anarchs, of course. I refuse. You have more important duties to focus on. Smoke crater stunned. All to respect, Prince, but if you don't consider me capable of tackling this issue and attend to my usual duties at the same time, I think you greatly underestimate me. Pension for working yourself to the bone is well known and appreciated by everyone in this room, Shell, but so is your professionalism. We do grant your wish and let you investigate. We're still fulfilling your routine obligations. Can you guarantee you're going to get both these tasks your best? You know something very close to my best. Close to your best doesn't cut. Ow, Same. Not when the opponents are outward in force. Callahan's destruction is sure to cause unrest among the anarchs, and there's an obvious outlet for the pent-up rage. When this perfectly clear, the celebration will continue. As planned, no matter what, this is why your presence here is absolutely necessary, Show. We rely on your constant protection. Of course, my prince, we must be on constant vigil for a few days. Our army's sword must be constantly important and the enemy surrounding us. Some of the balance destruction is impeccable. Banner leaders are sure to point out and claim we shamelessly celebrating his end. But they believe it's just a coincidence. Mirrors and messy, almost as messy politics, and partially reliably predict the outcome of any violent action. I think it'd be wise for us to brace for a lot of unfortunate coincidences, Aisling. In any case, the rabble can't get the impression that the power struggle is of great concern to us. They also can't think we have something to hide, which brings me to my point. Do need symbolic gesture. One displaying as very measured intensity. My best bet is a humble diplomatic envoy, a low-level official acting as an investigator of sorts. I recommend Balls over there. You remember Balls, right? He went and tried to make a coterie. He worked for Sophia. He was her pawn. Then now he's technically my pawn. But I'm not actually going to mention that right now. But yeah, you should totally send him to go investigate. I implore you, Prince. Greater? I just tongue and stirs to let himself really see him lose his temper, leaves for the camera report. What's going on? I wonder about your suggestion for this role. After all, it's not particularly prestigious, but it carries a lot of responsibility. So you're talking about a camera representative. Oh, I think there's a very obvious candidate. Balls, my boy. Where are you? Both he and Craig look at me simultaneously. Everyone else in the room does too. Now wait a second, you can't possibly mean... Miss Joy, once again your full name eludes me at the moment. Am I allowed to speak, or maybe I should wait for her permission? If I make up my mind, the sheriff sighs deep and speaks up. Sawinski. Ah yes, Miss Julia Sawinski. Right, I understand you used to be an investigative journalist before your own prize. That's correct. Long ago was the banner Hakheim Primogen insisted that you award for greater privileges and should be given a chance to prove herself. Major's under suspicion. Yes. Do you think there was things she's capable? That's me deep in lie. Well, she's telepathically trying to tell me, please, please don't fuck this up, you dumbass little white girl. Of course. Good, I'm sure you, our Tommy, have no problem with your protege embarking on this mission, save the pain, welfare from watching our child leave the nest. Whether I do or don't, it's not particularly important right now, is it? It absolutely is, Panos. Backing for our tour momentarily blindsides him. Prince Panod, Dirt's plan is reckless, I want you to tell me. I need a simple yes or no answer. Is the girl capable? Now I know he's left with no choice. I wouldn't trust her with all the responsibilities that I have if she wasn't. She changes glance at me, but his look is different than some others. It's as if he is trying to apologize to me. Well, here we are then, a recommendation from the Banner Hakheim Primogen and the Sheriff. To tell you the truth, I was just throwing out ideas. But with this backing, I can't doubt that Night Clan's representative will get the job done. I'm certain each of us feels the same, Mr. Pay. I'm sure in the room mostly just people are glad they don't have to discuss the topic first. Shrug here and further gaze there. It is as you say. I will watch the way she handles this situation with great interest. Well then, Mr. Winsky, it looks like you got your chance for a big break. Don't fuck it up. Yeah, just point me in the right direction, tell me what to do. No point pretending I have a choice here, is though. Excellent, that leaves us with only one more matter, which I hope we can agree on. Prince Panos knows. Someone with a hand, the figure emerges from behind the corner. Ah, hi you. Good evening. Catherine, what a pleasant surprise. Nobody informed us you were in town. And they're looking healthier than ever. What does wise have to do with it? Yeah, partial observer. Who everyone respects, and as it happens, Catherine always knows how to make friends on both sides without angering either. I beg to differ. Be grateful if just for once you decide against throwing a tantrum about me, High Regent. Finger grips across his Aniston's face. But she is quick to interpret the taunt as an invitation to a game she can't possibly win. As long as she can prove herself useful to the proceedings in some way. Half of what I heard about her from Mr. Vanderweyden is true. She should be able to. What did poor Carter say about me this time? Not specific, one always has to be between the lines with him, but it was mostly envy. Squires gratefully agreed to mediate between the Anarch representative and the Lazamba representative, ensuring mutual cooperation and mitigating potential conflicts. Felt like a Freudian slip. Lazamba representative, not Camarera representative. I need someone who can be catapulted from the set without much damage to the life retire if they mess up. Is that meeting set? She'll look at the clock on the other side of the room. In less than an hour. Hour? Hour? In less than an hour. You better hurry then. What the hell? This is happening so fast. This is indeed under control. I will try and oversee the situation. Out of the question. You've got your orders, Shove. Attend to those. You fool, the code needs guidance. We need yours, nobody knows what might happen next. But, not as if the animals have a lot of love for you. Now, Simon, you're too efficient in your duties for them to tolerate you. That's about Mr. Winsky having them see you two together. Do you think my guidance of Julia would be lacking, Crater? I never said that. So do you have any objections to putting under my care? Lotus' engagement seems reassured. None whatsoever. So I need to hear. Where are we going then? No time is usual, I see. Have you at least tried the aperitifs? I think it's an old person's game, Helene. I'm still very young. I wonder if there was anything you need help with. Probably not, but I appreciate the thought nevertheless. Have a great night, everyone. I'll catch up with you later, Addison. I certainly hope you do. So we leave him rushed funny, considering what she told me about being in a hurry yesterday. ... Where the hell? Well, we'll find out where we are next time. I do like how she has just green eyes. Everyone else has these orange glowy eyes. She has green glowy eyes. But yeah, that's a problem for future me. As for now, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day.